Yo, welcome back to another channel, family. So it is. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button. But yeah, man, today's video is gonna be the iPhone 12 Pro teardown. You know, where are the magnets? You know what I mean? The new iPhone. You know, the way that they built everything. You know, I want to see what's inside. You know, Jerry rig everything. Go subscribe to his channel. He's gonna give us a video. I'll put the link in the description to the original video.
Today we're going to take apart the brand new iPhone 12 Pro. We already know the outside is new and different with its stainless steel sides, flush screen, and ceramic shield glass. But we know true beauty lies on the inside. The iPhone 12 Pro has a series of magnets.
Yeah, I held one.
Glass.
I went to Target yesterday and I held one.
From the inside.
And bro, the iPhone 12
feels
feels
really want
sleek.
to avoid though is letting your wallet or credit card get too close to the back of the phone. Magnets can ruin credit cards, unless of course you carry a shielded wallet. Huge thanks to Ridge Wallets for sponsoring this video. I got my own Ridge wallet about 2 years ago, and it's been in my front pocket ever since. I got the burnt titanium version, since titanium is one of the coolest metals in existence. Fun fact, did you know there's a hidden spider on the $1 bill? Cool little trick to show your friends. All you need is $1 and some friends. If you don't have either, you can still optimistically get a new wallet and just hope for the best, like we're all doing for 2021. Mine's a bit worn after being in my pocket for 2 years, but the burnt titanium still looks pretty good. It can hold up to 12 cards plus cash. The Ridge wallet comes in 30 different styles, like aluminum, carbon fiber, forged carbon, and a limited edition topographical map of Half Dome. And you can choose between the money strap and the clip version.
I know it's a sponsorship, but
you probably don't want to carry them
I might get one later on, for sure.
But it's good to know that if they do ever end up next to each other on a table or desk or something, the magnets in your phone won't hurt the cards since the wallets are shielded. I'll leave a link down in the description. You can use the code JERRYRIG to get 10% off your order.
I mean, who wants that chunky ass wallet, you know?
There's a lifetime warranty and a full 45-day return policy if you don't like it. I've definitely been happy with mine though. Now it's time to take apart the new iPhone 12 Pro. Let's get started.
This is a DIY project, facts.
The iPhone 12 Pro design has changed things up a bit this year, but of course it still has the two
I always wonder, like,
down at the bottom. This time around, the iPhone 12 Pro
I'm not that good at like taking things apart.
Still
IP68,
but tested at a
bro, that's a skill, you know?
In water instead of
like,
4 meters that the iPhone 11 Pro was tested at last year. So
you take it apart and you can literally just put it back like nothing happened.
And the screen being inlaid flush with the stainless steel housing also makes things a little more difficult. Long story short, the quickest way to learn something new is by using someone else's mistakes, and as I was lifting up the screen, I didn't go quite deep enough to grab the frame, and I accidentally stabbed the screen under the glass. And while I was able to get the screen off in one piece, that little stab in the wrong spot killed the screen entirely. So it's a good idea to learn from my mistakes if you ever need to open one of these up. The phone is still alive, but now I'll need a new screen. Anyway, besides the fact that I just broke a phone in front of millions of people, there are 2 tri-point screws holding down a metal plate over the battery. I'll remove those, as well as the metal plate, so we can get to the real goods inside. I'll unsnap the battery ribbon just like a little Lego, along with the screen ribbon. There's another plate up top.
Bro, there's so much little details, so much little screws that go into a phone, electronics, stuff like that. It's crazy how people design that. But you know, the mind can create anything that they can conceive and they can believe, you know?
Apple doesn't digitally lock them to the motherboard, making third-party repairs impossible, which they seem to be doing more of lately. There is a smorgasbord of other connectors revealed now that the screen is gone. Connectors on top of connectors.
It looks like a little
I'll just be
maze inside of a phone.
Snap, 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 snapping them just like little Legos. The last one is taped to the top of the motherboard, so I'll peel it back and move it out of the way before we head over to the cameras. There are 4 screws holding down the metal plate over the camera units. The iPhones are always super complex inside, and this one requires at least 4 different screwdriver bits and a whole lot of organization, since pretty much each screw is a different size and shape. The top camera is the main one, the 12 megapixel sensor with optical image stabilization. Then we have the 12
Imagine buying a phone just to take it apart.
OIS. And the bottom 12 megapixel 2x optical camera, which does have that OIS. You might be asking, hey Jay, what about the LiDAR sensor? And that's a great question. We'll get to it in a second. Still inside of the phone, we have the front Face ID and a 12-megapixel selfie camera. The LiDAR module is still screwed in and facing the rear of the phone. The brains of the operation, the motherboard, has 6 screws holding it in place. The SIM card tray has a white water damage indicator sticker over the top grill. This sticker can be seen from outside of the phone if you just peek inside of your SIM card tray slot. Apple's pretty smart. Their phones might be water resistant, but they're not waterproof, and Apple can tell if it ever gets wet when that sticker turns pink. There are 2 more ribbons at the bottom of the motherboard, and then the whole thing can pull away from the phone. It's another double stacked board again this year, with no thermal paste or copper heat pipe. It's just living its best life with no extra cooling. The LiDAR sensor is held in place by 2 more.
So much, like I said, bro, earlier in the video.
It's like a
So much little shit that goes into electronics.
Red light from one circle and measure the bounce back to calculate distances. It makes for some really fast 3D scanning and measuring. It's even found in some self-driving cars. Here in the iPhone, it'll probably mostly be used for really fast autofocusing for the camera, but it's still cool to see futuristic technology in a mainstream smartphone. Now, the iPhone battery does have the magical pull tabs, but I'm gonna bust your bubble and just break it to you that I basically broke all of them.
What was that?
And had to pull the battery out with my bare hands instead. The battery is a bit smaller than last year's iPhone 11 Pro, sitting at just 2,815 milliamp hours. We also get our first look at the top side of the wireless charging coil. Spoiler alert, the other side looks way cooler. But first we'll pull out the loudspeaker. It's a gigantic mess down here, with 10 more different sized and shaped screws and standoffs. But we finally do get to lift out the loudspeaker, with its water-resistant mesh inside of the opening, as well as a new massive orange gasket to help seal up that hole. The SIM card tray is modular, kind of fun. The tech
Apple's
engine
cool,
is also
you know.
a bit smaller this year. But interesting fact,
I feel like they put a lot of,
connector
you know,
right in the middle
time
of
and effort into their products, but I mean, obviously
never
they do release new phones
Plus,
every
there's
year.
this thing down here
So it's like
that's
people are
super
like,
important,
damn,
and I
another
don't
one,
know
another
what
one,
it
another
does.
one.
If the iPhone
You know?
looks like a chaotic nightmare inside, it's because it is.
It does like a
The
nightmare.
wireless
It
charger
does
is
look like a
physically
nightmare.
tied into the phone's side buttons. So I'll unscrew this metal bracket on the side and pull the mute switch through the frame. Then finally, after everything, we get our first look under the wireless charging pad and glimpse this glorious array of circular magnets around the outside. It's rather brilliant of Apple to use magnets to perfectly position the 2 coils on top of each other. Instead of using one large circle magnet, it's actually made up of 18 smaller, more rectangular magnets. Apple has said that every single magnet used in the iPhone 12 is recycled, which is awesome. Getting rid of the charging brick, headphones, and making the box smaller is also supposed to help out the
Yeah,
environment.
that is dope.
Fun fact though, creating a brand new smartphone consumes almost as much energy as using a smartphone for an entire decade. So since Apple has over 1 billion active iPhones on the planet right now, if they really wanted to help the environment, they'd make their phones easier to repair. I mean, let's be honest, making the box smaller is peanuts compared to how much energy we save by just using our phones for an additional year or 2. Not much changing between each new version of the phone. Of course, every step towards helping the environment is a good step, but I would like to see Apple facilitating repairs instead of just locking every component to the motherboard and having people buy new phones.
You tell him, Jerry. You tell him, Jerry.
Which seems to be their current trend. The underside of the glass can be scratched away, making for a small frosted glimpse into the wireless charger. Apple could make one of the coolest clear phones of all time with this coil, but they didn't. So I did. Every real detail from the inside of the phone can now be seen on the outside, without voiding your warranty. Even the magnets. We can see the magnets, the charging coil, and even the water damage indicator sticker here on the SIM card.
That is dope,
Over the
bro.
magical magnetic MagSafe charger, we can see how the 2 work together. The charging coil plugged into the wall creates a small energy field that the receiving coil can receive. Science is pretty cool. I'll leave a link for my teardown skin down in the video description, along with the Ridge wallet, and I'll get this phone put back together and working again once I find a replacement screen. Let me know what you think of Apple's new charging system. Would you ever buy a clear iPhone? Let me know down in the comments. Come hang out with me on Instagram.
He just took it out. He just took it apart like nothing, bro.
I'll see you around.
Hey, that's a skill, honestly, that you have to really, really acquire, bro. Like, that's pretty much it for the video. But hey, props to Jerry Rigs Everything. You know, great channel. You know, informative channel. I really like the the information he gives out about iPhones and different stuff like that. But you know, I'll leave the link to the original video in the description, like I said, like I always do. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for your boy. And yeah, man, let me know what you guys want to watch. You know, I really want to interact with you guys more. And I hope you guys, you know, interact with me. Because I love my fans, for real. I really, really do. But yeah, man, take care. Love you guys. See you guys in the next reaction. Peace.